Man, you have no idea what this place has become. Do you remember the last time we came here? Yeah, there was nothing here, it was all empty. The store, man, turned into the America Parts Auto Parts Mall here in Campinas. Man, take a look at this. Look at how their store is now, man. Just like it was back in Sao Paulo, but way bigger, with a lot more stuff displayed here. It's really cool. Today we're here with Kleber. We finally came to bring the plaque for their Monte Carlo, which has been ready for years. Kleber from Desenrola went there and managed to sort out all the paperwork, do the adverse possession process. And today we kind of came to register the car, one of the most beautiful cars we have in Brazil, an award winner. Look how cool the office is. Let's go check it out, you'll see. Fernando, explain to us, man, what happened? What was the car like when it arrived?
This car was brown. This car, brown with a beige caramel interior, and it had a bench seat with the shifter on the column. It had a 350 engine. But since the car was all taken apart, even though it had all the trim pieces, we ended up deciding to make it a big block, right? Yeah, and it's not just a big block. We brought a stroker from abroad. It's a 489 with only the best parts. It's got a cylinder head, bro. It's Brodix, size, tuned, camshaft, injection, multi-point, yeah. And then we decided to make it white like the Chevrolet from that year and with the burgundy interior, right? But with separate seats. Separate with a console because the interior of the Monte Carlo, actually, it's Chevelle, right? It's Chevrolet Chevelle from 68 to 72, the interior is the same. And then we bought the separate seats console and we made it with a TH400 3-speed, right? It's a TH400 for 900 HP, yeah, to handle the horsepower of the engine well. Yeah, full inox exhaust from Flowmaster, we brought it from Japan. Ready, already sized. Right? Yes.
It's ready for it?
Like this. It's ready, all 3 inches for big block. The wheels are 18 by 9.5, 18 by 8. The tires were made by Headline, custom ordered, because Headline doesn't have this size, right? We had them made abroad, custom ordered. Anyway, the car is, there's nothing to say. The car is all set, vintage air conditioning, right? Working, Kota digital dashboard. Yeah, man, the car is luxury, right? Thank you. And luxury is a sin, okay? The car was just sitting there, right? Now they're going to put it on the road. Now you'll see it out on the highway.
Really?
Now let's see it out on the road.
What's your idea for the project now? What do you intend to do?
Man, I'm going to enjoy the car, you know, because it's a lot...
A lot of time?
It's a long time to wait, you know, so I'm going to enjoy the car. But we have other projects in mind. So yeah, actually at the shop itself, and we're going to put it up for sale, okay? Let me open the hood here. Weird look, wow. Multi-point injection, right? Yeah, like I said, the broad Brodix heads, this air gap intake, yeah, it's a forged engine. And you see the distance, the space there is. We've got a big block here, and look at the space there is all the way to the radiator, right? Here he uses a shroud, right, with dual fans because this radiator is huge. It's a 33-inch radiator. But originally, since it's an L, a fan, it has a really big shroud here, and the 350 sits even a bit farther back. Wow. So it even looks weird to see. Yeah, it does. But that's it, the manifolds, everything has a ceramic finish too. Man, the car has only the best of the best. The suspension is all hot, which puts other hot rods to shame. The front brakes, 6 pistons are those big brakes, and the rear also has disc brakes with 4 pistons. Yeah, man, only the best of the best. No, nothing was spared. The bumpers, all new from AMD as well. Yeah, anyway, it's a car that's been ready for a long time, right? It's been ready since 2019 and the car is still the same, which means it's a really well-made car.
didn't take any longer. It was 5 months, right? It wasn't a long wait. We made this special effort to send a message, put in a keepsake note, right? You don't see that anymore. Everything is digital now. It's Monte Carlo, a little message, his official date of birth. He sees that the document was really registered in Renovando São Paulo, right? Before that, it had already been registered in BIM, and we did it here. Look, Vehicle Licensing Certificate, CRV, the chosen year's license plate. And man, it was the completion of a process which was an adverse possession action that was stopped by someone else who didn't know how to finish it, right? And we picked it up already in progress, and the registration in BIM and licensing went from August to March, right? It was actually pretty quick.
And even the inspection part, right? When they came to do it, nobody knew what needed to be done. You, already knowing everything, let me sit in your chair. The guy said, no, that's not how you do it, but there's no Renovan. How am I supposed to do the inspection? But that's exactly why I'm here, because there is no Renovan.
That's why. He didn't want me to open the inspection this way, and it's been like this in every inspection since we do them everywhere.
There I felt confident in your knowledge. I said, man, this guy knows what he's doing.
He sat at the desk of the registration agent, no, of the inspector historian.
I told him I'd never seen him before, and to let me handle it, that's not how it's done. You have to go elsewhere in the system. There's no Renovan, and the guy argued, but that's why I'm here, because there is no Renovan number.
So, that's it?
I have to help you do the inspection. Good thing he still had it. He even hesitated a little.
But he hesitated and let his guard down, right?
He let his guard down since you already knew about taking the usual cars there, right? I was already researching there too, right? Just like with the club, you were researching. Let's check the next inspection to see when he'll be available so we can guide him, right? This situation is definitely unusual. Just like the usual broker, the usual registration agent just handles transfers, does this here, everything digital. No, we're specialized in yellow plates, in adverse possession, and then we started gaining knowledge. It wasn't easy either. We didn't get it right at first, but after 200 cases were there, this one here will bring Desenroladoc's total to over 200 cases handled. I brought it today. Here's another one in the final stage, Mustang. Man.
So 200 cars you guys have already worked on?
Yeah, more than 200 cars.
This case here with Fernando, was it difficult after you took it on? Was it really complicated, or was it just a matter of getting it and finding the right guys?
Actually, we had to make some adjustments to the work that came to us. We understood what was needed. Then we said, hey, American Parts, they're a partner of our partner. We know them, import business. We see them at events. I said, man, I really want to take this case, and not because he's a different client, because we treat everyone the same, but his case ended up being pretty quick, right? A quick surprise, from the inspection in September until March to get it registered, there are vehicles we get in the same situation. The work we started, I send it to BIM. It's there for a year and nothing happens, right? And it's not that we stopped working on it. He followed up, he would say, Kleber, how's the process going? I would check and say, look man, there's been a new update here. I believe in about 3 more months it's moving along, because that's the natural order of things. This comes out, the Renovan statement came out. Now when the Renovan system statement comes out, it'll get registered. Then I said, it came out. But then it got stuck for a while. I said, man, it went through.
He said, that's it, it's out. Now in 2 months, it'll work out.
Right? It'll work out. I said, it came out, but something was off. I said, it was supposed to come out on the 20th, but I couldn't find it. Then, when I went to check, sometimes the I, when I tried to search, its chassis number starts with I and H, which means it's original and all. And then, in the Sinatran search, it was wrong. Instead of I, it was 1, so I had to ask them to correct it. So
there's all this back and forth.
Back and forth, reading between the lines, and some unknown behind-the-scenes details.
And you think you're late, but actually you are...
Sometimes you think you put it there, but it actually means it's the other one. When it's there, it's really there. So, it's complicated, man. It's complicated. It's not that simple. But experience makes this routine, makes it easier for us, right?
Fernando and the car ready, just waiting all this time, right?
Did you see the little EBA 2019 exhibition sticker?
In 2019, it was already around and still didn't have papers.
Yeah, we started the process, right? We did the first stage with someone else who did all the procedures that needed to be done. But then we got stuck at a certain point, and that's where Kleber comes in, right? And then he sorted it out really quickly. But the car has been ready since 2019. You can imagine the anxiety, right? You have to clean the garage, so you move the car out, but you can't drive it. You want to drive it, the car is ready. That makes your heart sink. What do, right?
Everything, right?
You end up getting fed up even with the car, right? You end up with a ton of money tied up in it. The car has the best of everything. And without being able to drive it, it basically became an ornament just sitting there, right? So, yeah. That's annoying, right? But now it's solved. Now it's time to do a checkup on it. Get it out on the road. Look at that.
This car running like this, we went because the inspection is right here on the next block, right? So we just drove there. We didn't need a tow truck because the car is fully functional. Man, I was thrilled.
It was running, without a license plate and everything.
It was running, right? It's just a block.
Very close.
3 blocks, no.
Basically on the street, but actually in the backyard.
It's the last time I filled it up with gas, actually.
Really?
Wow. And then, you have to work within that tolerance, right? You have the order, you have the registration here. Just like with a brand new car, you can also drive without a license plate until you go pick up the plate. So we said, let's go. Did something go wrong? We went, but it was really close, right? So yeah, and a car, it's not something you usually see, right? It's a Monte Carlo built like this.
Different. Monte Carlo 70, 70, 70, 72, very few in Brazil, right?
Is that why you chose to bring this car?
We bought this car here, right?
Was it?
Yeah, it was here.
There's an invoice, right? It has the car's full history.
The history. But it didn't say that the owner died. It didn't have that anymore. It had a yellow plate. They lost the receipt. That well-known story of many old cars, right? And then we liked the car, we enjoyed the car, and started working on it. The paperwork will come out, right? We just kept working on it.
Kept working on it. They did everything. The only thing not released was the poor guy's paperwork.
It's good we didn't know it would take so long, because otherwise
we wouldn't have done it.
Not the project, we just wouldn't have invested in it.
Yes.
Yes. But the car is ready. Exactly. It's a different feeling here. It feels like I'm taking the car out for a spin.
That's because it's a brand new car, right, man?
Yeah, I finished paying off the loan.
That's true. I paid off this bastard's debts, man.
In 2019, people hardly talked about adverse possession, right? So it was something new that someone introduced to you and you were like, wow, but what is this, right?
So, not with cars, right? People didn't talk much about cars, right?
People didn't talk about it, right? It wasn't talked about. Actually, Diesel Rolodox came up around mid-2019, 2020, but officially with an active business registration, it became a business and fully focused on this in 2022.
Specialized in this.
Specialized in this, our legal office and dispatch service since 2022 doesn't take care of other things like you do. Probably the person who filed that adverse possession action there was a regular lawyer who had some knowledge, liked vehicles, and did it. But then he got stuck at the registration part because the adverse possession action, I can tell you that's about 50%, right? You're only halfway there. But the most complicated part really is getting it registered. Because the adverse possession action is a judicial process, that's no secret to anyone. So if you look up case law, you just copy it, right? Nothing is created, everything is copied. You improve it with your own techniques, but it's out there for everyone, right? Now after that, registration requires experience, it requires an audit, and all those details that always come up.
Very cool. Congratulations, man. Congratulations to both of you. It worked out. Yeah, you chose ending 7-2?
Very much ending 7-2.
Pretty cool.
The car plan.
Pretty cool. I wanted to go check out the car there, man. Let's go. Is that okay? Let's go, let's go.